U.S. bishops recall Martin Luther King Jr. Day. As the United States celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day, American bishops appeal for action to end racism, and recall the inspiring lives of saintly African Americans. The bishops of the United States are appealing once again for an end to racism this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. In a statement in observance of the day celebrated Monday across the country, the President of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, USCCB, Archbishop Timothy P. Broglio, of the Archdiocese of the Military Services, demanded acting to address racial disparities. Since 1986, the federal holiday has commemorated the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights leader, who was assassinated in 1968. The statement began by quoting Sister Thea Bowman, FSBB, who was the granddaughter of slaves and the only African American member of the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration. Senior Bowman had said, "People keep saying, where's the next Martin Luther King? We're all called, I think. We're called by our citizenship, by our membership in the human race. We're all called to free ourselves and to free one another." As the USCCB president and bishops recalled her words, they note that on January 16, 2023, when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would have celebrated his 94th birthday, we reflect on his legacy of a nonviolent struggle against racial injustice. In the 60 years since Drive King's I Have a Dream speech, the American bishops continue, we recognize the progress made towards a just society that leaves no one on the margins, without failing to acknowledge that much work remains. Appeals to do better. Beyond remembering and quoting Dr. King today, the USCCB appeals, we must act to address racial disparities in the criminal justice system, access to affordable housing and healthcare, and economic opportunities. The USCCB continues to support policy changes in these areas of society. On our website, you may read more about our policy work, the USCCB's efforts to overcome racism, and ministry resources in working with and for Catholics of African descent. As the late Pope Benedict XVI expressed, the U.S. bishops recalled, to renew the Church in every age, God raises up saints, who themselves have been renewed by God and are in constant contact with God. They invite faithful to turn to the saints to see models of transformed lives. Saintly lives of African Americans. To this end, the USCCB has advanced beatification and canonization causes of 6 inspirational African American men and women: Venerable Pierre Toussaint, servant of God Mother Mary Lang, Venerable Henriette Delia, Venerable Augustus Tolton, servant of God Julia Greeley, and Sister Thea Bowman. The USCCB has made available various resources on African Americans and Catholic ministry, and the USCCB's efforts to overcome racism, on its website.